Hello, hello. Welcome, Soren and Mrs. Dr. Maestro. Uh, we're gonna give it a little bit as people are filtering in, but why don't we get to doing some stretches? If you want to draw along, that would be great. Um, I'm ready for Cosmic Horror Miku. Well, yeah, maybe out of the hundreds of colorless creatures we have, that are not artifacts. Actually, only it was 163, I think, and that's including colored creatures that have lands on the back. Uh, they were almost all Eldrazi. So we're just kind of pushing our hand down. Don't push it to where it hurts, but just stretching out the muscles on the back of the arm to support the wrist. Push the wrist back. Gonna thread our fingers together and big stretch. Stretching out the sternum area too. I want to stretch the arms. Gonna roll our wrists a little, get them warmed up. If you've got pen and paper in front of you or something, you can do a bunch of little circles to get the wrist nice and loose. Yeah, so I was looking at what we have for colorless creatures. That are specifically I I know a lot of artifacts are awesome, but I wanted to see what else, is on the table, and it was pretty fun. Our first tier of colorless non-artifact creatures are what I call viability creatures. They exist solely for the purpose of making what am I hitting there? There we go. They exist solely for the purpose of making the draft format fun, which big fan. From here we see there's a lot of like things flowing is kind of the vibe. Then we have our pearlescent insects. I threw the egg. I did throw the mutate egg here because that egg is clearly probably not an insect, but also with the size of egg moment. We've all had those, right? um, definitely, um, definitely like Anacoria, that could be an insect with how big the insects are there. And trilbites are an isopod, so I threw them with bugs. I don't know. I don't know enough, so don't at me if I'm wrong. We have two archaics. They straight up chillin'. They just, I don't know. No one knows. That's kind of the point. They're ineffable, I guess. Cool. All right. So many arms. And then we have the spirits. I'm gonna clear these. We have the spirits of Ugin, Ghostfire, and spirits, and misty tails and abdomens. Oh my, horns, etc. So that was those are the flavors going in, and then of course the wide breadth of artifacts, which artifacts are my brand. Other than planeswalkers, I would have to say artifacts are my favorite card type. So as long as it's not a land, then I think we're ready to get started. So with all these things combined, I really had both a lot of directions to go and no clue where to go with this. Evolving Wilds Miku, maybe. I mean, that's the thing, is a lot of the colorless creatures. Oh, and we have Morphon. I forgot to put Morphon on here. I'm gonna file him under viability. He exists to make changelings work. And he's also kind of pearlescent, like the pearlescent insects and things. But yeah, so those are all my cluttered thoughts about where to go. I'm gonna start with just throwing down a pose. We're gonna try and do like a kind of traditional sing-songer pose. I still haven't decided if I'm gonna stick with my normal look or maybe veer a little into Kei's style. Kei being the artist who designed. I know he at least designed Miku and Kagamine twins, because those are my three favorite Vocaloids. I think he designed like the first like six or so maybe, um, or but I don't actually know. I haven't drawn Hatsune Miku outside of Kei's style a whole lot, but I also haven't drawn her in a while, other than one art challenge thing. So, I I don't know. It's gonna be weird to like. Sometimes it's weird seeing her outside of the traditional style, you know. So I haven't decided. I'm just gonna give her some. I feel like pop idols are always popping the hip. That's too much, though. Alright, hold on. Let's lay down a little bit more of a skeleton before we get going. Before I go crazy. I actually think this whole leg just needs to go. Goodbye. Control Z, my beloved reel. Yeah, I want the hip to pop because I can. And I'm thinking, okay. So big part of colorless is like artifacts and such, and along with like the spirits and the iridescence and such, I'm thinking like glass, porcelain, prosthetics, more or less, kind of like a la Esper, like the is it a prosthetic, is it just part of your body somewhere in between type thing, cybernetic maybe even, but because I mean, it's not uncommon to draw the Vocaloids as kind of cybernetic in the first place. Okay, I like this leg, and I like this leg, but they're not going together. Until you both can behave for separating you. Edit, cut, paste. We'll look at you later. Oh, go back to this. So how is everyone on this fine Monday, beginning of the week for y'all, I'm sure. Start of my weekend. So I'm straight up chillin'. Alright. She's got to be wearing impractical heels. That's basically a law of pop idols, I feel, so we can't do a disservice to her and remove her heels. That would be like removing the anime hair, air vents from the bangs from a character, the overheat. All right. So along the side of like the spirits and Ugin and such, for the culture, exactly, you get it. Along with the spirits and all that stuff is colorless is really about a lack of the foundations of the colors. So not having a preference between chaos and and order and like it's true neutral as it's supposed to be, which I feel is kind of like nihilism. So I've been listening to Disappearance of Hatsune Miku on repeat. It's like my favorite Vocaloid song. I forgot I was gonna move the camera down to this so that you're not staring at the top of my head the whole stream. Let's see if I can quick do that. I'm gonna turn the camera off as I'm moving it all about. But so like that nihilism, that potential of ceasing to be, has been what I've been kind of drawing in my mind as I get ready for this stream. All right. Okay. More about what it is than what it is not, or what it's not than what it is. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so I think that's a little too low. Hold on. That'll be. I think that'll be better. Yeah. I think that'll. It's an awkward pose. I don't know. I gotta get a proper stand for this, I think. We're gonna go with that, at least, while I'm drawing it. Should hopefully be a bit better. Let me know in the comments below, or active. I guess they're on the side here. Yeah. Let me know in the comments if you prefer it up in its normal spot, or a little lower, or if it should be lower still. I can get it a little lower, too. But yeah, so that nihilism, I was like looking up, I forgot where I was going with this, I got distracted. I was looking up sign language, and so I kind of want to incorporate the sign language for Vanish. I hope I did that right. I follow a lot of deaf creators on YouTube and such, so that's my part of the reason why Disappearance of Hatsune Miku is one of my favorite songs is because in the original video I saw, they translated it all into, I think it was Chinese Sign Language, which I am not familiar with at all, but like just the idea that she's using every avenue to express herself because she has so little time to do so really struck something close to my heart. Like when you are trying to express yourself and you have so little time, my Kokoro. So it's like the stranger / the distortion from TMA. Is TMA the Magnus archives, right? I think. Yeah. I'm gonna take your word on it. I do not know, but that doesn't sound wrong. So. Yeah, I've been meaning to check it out, and I feel like I've been saying this for how long has it been out now? Like ever? It's supposed to be amazing. It's so gay. You should listen. Yeah, you're right. I should. I don't know what I'm doing. And also like, I love pod fiction, storytelling. Like my favorite podcast is Within the Wire. It's content warning for creepy. It's a horror one. It's a horror story that relies on kind of not paranoia, but like paranoia, confirming that the world is not what it seems and such. So like content warning for that. But oh. Okay. Again, I like both legs, but they're not working together. We'll get to the bottom of this. I don't know why I can't make them work. Oh. It's just because this hip needs to be a little further up to be Yeah, if I want it to pop, it's gotta actually be popped. Wow. Um, baby horse legs right now. Yeah, yeah. Um, they're very long. But original Miku, she is a beanstalk. Um, yeah, like, depending on the iteration, because they're on Vocaloid 6 now? Yeah, I know, like, the first 4 versions were through Krypton and, Industries Incorporated? I don't know. Krypton, and now they're through someone else. I gave my like recommendations, my favorite Vocaloid songs, and someone's like, "These are classics." I'm like, "You're right." I was super into the fandom like circa 2012, and I still listen to all those songs, but I don't keep up to date. Um. Okay, so this is the part where I work in. It might be too hard of a pose for me to capture in still. Especially since I only have like 2-ish, maybe 3 hours if we're still chugging along and having fun. Um, Alright, why don't we do this on a new, I bet I can get this to stay right. Alright, this is gonna work until it doesn't. It might just, like, fall suddenly. Or maybe not even suddenly, it might just fall right away. But... Alright, I think that's the best of both worlds. It's lower so that it's not the top of my head while I'm drawing it. It's not just my chin. Okay, so let's draw these hands. Let's draw these hands in a different color. So vanish is not far enough away, but hands right here, and the hand is kind of very difficult to draw. So that's why we're like not because there's 2 words for vanish in ASL, and there's a few ways to do them. And one is like to vanish as in like they left, and the other is more like the concept to vanish. That civilization vanished off the face of the earth. And I think civilization vanishing is just a bit more the actual vibe of the song Disappearance of Hatsune Miku, which is what I would like to capture if I'm doing this. Okay. Yeah, like that's the rough, because we're still designing, so there we go. But yeah, let's work in. We're on a new one. Let's yeah. Let's do her pigtails. So I'm going to be... Actually, these could do with being on their own plane as well. I can just use yellow, though. So these are going to be kind of that spirit nothingness, I think, vibe I was talking about earlier. And I'm going to have them wisping out. Proper layer management? How dare. Just you wait. I'm bound to mess that up. Don't you worry. Hatsune Miku's twin tails are actually rather kind of small, but when I draw, everything gets floofed up. Like, everything does, so, whoop. It's style if you do it on purpose, baby. If I don't do half of it on the wrong layer. It's the right layer if you believe. Alright, let's get to the actual, the legendary drip, the actual outfit, huh? Alright. So, her pop idol outfit usually has like a collared, sleeveless, I think it's like technically a blouse, but it's like a button-up, a very nicely fitted button-up shirt, and tie, and then a pleated skirt. I want to add like a bustle or a train made of tulle. Here's the layer. Her hair needs to be there so I can tell it, but I don't want to be able to see it too much. Till it's there, but yeah. So she's got to have the skirt. But I'm going to add a tiered bustle, which is gonna go just behind, but it's gonna go along with the kind of spirit motif. And I think that I kind of want it a bit more tiered yet, even. There we go. Those are the tiers. So this skirt layer is going to be immediately dropped out of existence because we're going to just do like the very easy pleat where that, and then I didn't quite nail it the first time. That's okay. So I want it to kind of be fitted here and then go off into... I did the zigzags backwards, that's why it's not pleasing my brain. But I do like how the end ones. So I'll just flip the canvas. I've got a button to do that somewhere. Aha! Flip the canvas and don't fight the brain. Just go with the brain. The zigzag the brain wants to draw. Since I am working digitally, and then we'll follow and then follow up. So you follow there. There. Easy. And then all these little jagged ends, you just, on the back ones, I'm just connecting back up that it's folded material, so there's a back piece. I'm not in love with that section, so I'm going to make it Spark Joy. Easy. Yep. And that's just the rough piece, but that's to catch it, you know. I am the right way. Yep, okay. And then she has to have her little, like, belt thing. I don't know exactly what it is, but this thing. It's just, she has it. It's there, so it's gotta be there. We're gonna figure out what to do with it later, but we're gonna lay it out now. I have no clue what to do with that. I'll figure it out. I can make it beads to go along with, like, all of Ugin's people, have a very, Tarkir dress to them. I don't know if they're actually from Tarkir. I have not looked that up. They appeared on, like, War of the Spark, so probably not. Because that was before Omen Paths and such, and they're not Planeswalkers. So, I don't know what their deal is, TBH. And if you are an Ugin girly and just need to get correct me and tell me exactly what's going on, please feel free. This is a Vorthos encouraging area. Okay, they're laying out her headphones. No, so like Ugin's Conjurant is one, for example. Yeah, Ugin's Conjurant, Scion of Ugin, and then I don't know if Amarthus Ghostfire Initiate is for sure, but like Ghostfire leads me to believe they have. Oh yeah, and they got Ugin's Hordes. Yeah, so like there's like 3 of Ugin's spirits. They're Naga, Monk, and Dragon Spirit, and like at least Conjurant for sure appeared on War of the Spark. So I don't know what, like, maybe they're spirits, so maybe Ugin just like brought them there and is exploiting the fact that they're not technically alive. Like Liliana once in the story brought a shade across the Blind Eternities. I don't know. An embarrassing lack of knowledge. Well, they can do that, but like that kind of got eroded out. Like the last time I can remember in story that someone did that was Kiora doing that. Like, Battle for Zendikar-ish era. But then they're kind of like, well, maybe it was just actually on Zendikar. Cause Jace and Liliana totally do that. Jace summons a fairy and whatnot, like in Agents of Artifice, but like they kind of more and more leaned away from that post-mending. But like Vivian summons beasts from other planes by so he could summon them from an ancestral magic memory or whatever, like a construct. Yeah, that's what I'm assuming. Because Vivian can do it with creatures because of the arc bow. But they're not like actually they're not from that plane. That plane probably doesn't exist anymore. Okay, let's see. And then she's got to have thigh highs. So we're going to figure that out. Probably just give her robot legs and have that robot leg section be a dark color. That's what I'm thinking. Because we could... So we're going to have... If we're doing like the porcelain, she's got to have like kneecaps that are articulated specifically. And then probably the lower section. We could have it split to show off a little bit. The mending messed up a lot of Ludo narrative. Yeah, it did. It also made the Planeswalkers a lot more approachable, which I think, as they leave like 90s sci-fi vibes, was the right choice to tell this type of stories they wanted to. But yeah, it did kind of confuse. Like, you are the Planeswalker was no longer the thing they were going for. It's you know them, and they can be your friends. Ooh, her heels could just, like, actually be part of her body. Maybe give her wedges. Oh my, yes, you're not wrong. I feel like my excitement might have been a little dissuading to people. Apologies if so. I am just very passionate about Vorthos. I promise I'm not completely crazy. Just a little. There we go. Still don't quite know what to do with her shirt, so I'm open to suggestions. But I think it's about time to start working to, like, a tentative line art. Uh, so speaking on that Eldrazi front, one thing I was thinking I could do Kozilek. Kozilek's shapes as her whatever, and then that will bring in the diamond too, perhaps. I don't know. Might be too small of an area. I can add them. Because I'm gonna do, because there's so much iridescence in the colorless cards. I definitely kind of wanted to go towards Kozilek's whole vibe. And give her that cyborg under the eye thing. I don't know why people do that. That's not a point of the face. That they're like Kirby hats, but spoopy. Weird head shapes. I don't. Oh, you mean hers? I don't know. But the Kozilek thing, and then it kind of gives her like that pop idol like wings look too. Okay, I think. And let's lay out her bangs. Fringe if you're not from America, I suppose. Yeah, right. I think it's time to start laying down some more solid. Oh, yes. Okay, now I follow. Just because they look cool. It's a great reason to add a character piece. It looks good. I like it. You know. Well, actually, I'm going to. I'm just gonna export what the draft piece looks, because I kind of want to do a little process post. Okay, and then I want to give her, I want to give her some more shape to the bodice too. What can I do? Like, I can work in the insects, or I think the floatiness is kind of just by the hair. I wish I knew their deal. We'll make something happen. We're gonna name this Draft. Okay. I think her neck is a little too thick for a little pop idol look. Miku's very slender. We're gonna drop these opacities down a little to make it easier to draw over top them. I love Hatsune Miku. She means so much to me. How many copies of all 4 secret layers are you buying? Oh, I wish I had the funds. You don't even know. One of my friends very graciously offered to buy the first Miku for me because I was like losing my mind. I just think she's neat. Okay, this is all of a sudden falling for no reason. All right, down it goes, I suppose. Sorry for the noise of it falling. Is it gonna stay? It's gonna stay for now. This Hatsune Miku product was made for me, but I don't have money to pick up a bunch, unfortunately, or I would have a playset of it for real. I can't imagine Miku with like really realistic lips that I usually do. I think I want to push it that way because my art style is just that's my art style. I want to make her. Why is it not working? There we go. I want to make her tie kind of be wisping away too. This will be the path it follows, and then. There we go. That's a shape I like. That might get simplified later, but for now, it's what it is. I still never figured out what to do there. Alright, and then for this, I want to give her kind of a similar lace thing to what she's gonna have. Oh, I accidentally made this one. Ah, I see. Similar to what she's gonna have there. That's kind of what this look is going for, is very flowy for the spirits. gonna have it kind of pushing past past her heels there. Gonna have the ground be roughly about lined up with that heel, so the hair is going to hit a very sudden thing to show that it's hit the ground, even though it's still curling up, because I'm gonna have it be wispy, you know? So, anyone hanging out there, what is your favorite Vocaloid song? I asked this on Twitter a bit ago, and I got some good recommendations to check out. Especially since I've been so out of the times with like keeping up with new stuff. It's nice to hear other people's faves. Also, it's just nice to listen to other people's favorite music because it became their favorite for a reason, you know? It's a part of that connecting. Alright, I think we're about done with the draft layer. So now we're going to lay down finalized lines. I'm going to go a little thinner than I usually do. Actually, I might not draw in the irises because I might have her have wispy from the eyes. Okay, so my favorite Vocaloid song is Disappearance of Hatsune Miku, but I do not recommend starting with that one. You have to be like invested already. One that became super popular and is like kind of the go-to for a lot of people for recommendations is Leven Polka, which is based off of, I think it's Finnish, an old Finnish polka named Even Polka. But Leven Polka is great. It's the leak spin one that everyone loves. I don't like that eye. I'm just gonna copy paste my beloved. This sounds really morbid, but it's called Alice of Human Sacrifice. It's a great beginner song for Vocaloid. Transform, but horizontal. And then, Vocaloid Astrophysics New Wave covers using Miku as a vocalist. Yeah, people have a lot of fun with the program. I want the program so bad. And the first thing I would make is a very obvious choice to draw, or to sing an old Appalachian folk song. That's what I would do if I had the power of Miku at my side. easy. Am I... Okay. Enjoy the silence. I will have to listen to that one after this. Let's draw some of the hands and then the skirt beneath it, because that's something I actually have to plan out thought, and I'm still thinking over the blouse. Ooh, I could make the hands articulated as articulation points as well. Gotta keep that nail polish, though. Kinda known for it, you know? Christina Scabia has one of the best female vocals in metal. Hell yeah, I love metal. I love like all music, but I'm terrible with knowing names and things, so I'm gonna have to check that out later. I probably already listened, and just my friend is really into Ghost. They're like metal mixed with Scooby-Doo chase music. And he was trying to get me into Ghost for the longest time, and I'm like, yeah, I'll listen sometime. One time we're listening to music together, and one of their songs comes on, and I just start singing along, and I'm like, and he's like, yo, hey, what? When did you start listening to Ghost? I'm like, what? I've known this song for years. What are you talking about? He's like, I've been trying to get you to listen to them for the past 2 years. Whoops. Hee. Acting a little silly event. I'm actually really happy with how that articulation came out. Not bad. For something kind of ad hoc. And I want to add in that it's spinning right into the original. Yeah, right into the original line art. Okay. How is the arm? So, her, like, radius and ulna will have to be defined. Radley posting about Ghost nearly got me to listen again. Yeah, their lore is really great, and I sure do know so much of it for not being, like, their #1 fan or anything because of Radley. He is, in fact, my very good friend who tried to get me to listen for, like, 2 years. Maybe it was only 1 year at the time. I forget, but it was a while. I spent a really long time on the planning phase for not planning out every single aspect. But that's just how art is sometimes. Oh, wait. I cut into the hand too much. Oh, this whole section cut into the hand too much. What am I doing? We'll leave the bicep because I like it. There we go. It's too low. There we are. Yeah, those look like some nice robot fingers, I think. So, like, you know how I was saying at the beginning of this that like colorless is the lack of clarity of wanting to go into any one belief too strongly. That's what I feel like the process for designing this outfit was. I was like, I kind of like, so there's spirits, Eldrazi, artifacts. I don't want to pick one. What if, like, we don't pick any of them and just kind of do a little bit of all of them? Teehee. And I think it's working for me. I was worried it was going to be too much. But turns out, art is sometimes just about having a little fun. Okay, alright. Okay, this is the hardest part. I'm gonna flip it, actually. Now it's really easy. get this to line up. This has to line up with roughly too low. Or not low enough, I mean. There. There we go. Okay. I was off. I was a little lost, but now I'm found. That thumb's wrong. And how is the sound? Am I too loud? Is the music too loud? I need to know. I try to go in as prepared as possible every time, and I feel like I'm underprepared every time. Oh, that forearm is way wider. There we go. Maybe I'm actually going to keep them part of the lineup, but I'm going to just take them onto another layer so that I don't have to worry about like the skirt underneath messing it up if I want to change things. That's just going to be easier for me in the long run. It's not exactly what I wanted, but I think it's a proactive choice. There we go. Yeah, levels are good. Like video games. Alright, now I can... The skirt is honestly my favorite part. There we go. Sorry if you can hear outside. It sounds like someone's shoveling like snow, but it's 80 degrees out. I don't know what they're doing. Probably some construction since it's like the first really nice week of the year, I think. But I do apologize if you can hear it. I don't think you should be able to, but you might be able to. Then we should do the legs. I'm excited to do this because I'm really happy with how that one up, how the arms went. So I don't know if I want should I split down the middle? I think it gives it like a very it kind of adds to the, or maybe I should just have a very strong folded piece, like not actually a split piece, but like where it clearly yeah, no articulation, just thank you for your support. I do that to my roommates all the time, where it's like, what do you think? And then I answer myself. All right. I think I'm going to keep it heels, not wedge. Wedge would probably make more sense, but she's fantasy, so she can do what she wants. No, that very much... You can probably see the ball joint there. But there we go. There we go. Easy. After this, I gotta go ask my roommates, do you know what they were doing outside? Because they are persistent. They got to the people's Joker, but I should be next Monday. Can't wait to see the results. Thank you! I will be posting on Twitter and Tumblr, as always. Thank you so much for swinging by. Ooh, this one is way smaller. There we are. Yeah, one of our neighbors is having a grand old time. I don't know. Hopefully you can't hear it. Let me know if you can. I can try and adjust the volumes to make it a little less prevalent. There we go. Ooh, I like that sharpness right there. That really lets you know that it's like when armor has that sharp corner. Oh, I see we have some new followers or new viewers. Thank you. Although, slip of the tongue. If you do feel like following, I'm pretty close to a pretty good milestone. It would mean a lot to me. I'm actually not crazy about that piece of it. So maybe I think in real human anatomy, that piece makes a lot of sense. Because, like, you have the wrapping thigh muscles, and I just think it didn't look good. So I'm going to get rid of it. Because she fantasy, baby. I'm actually going to make this part of the leg a little smaller. She does have just a very petite frame. I draw so many very muscled women that sometimes I gotta be like, look back and go like, nope, I gotta draw them. And I should be such a great reference for that kind of body type. But I blind spot, I don't know why. Yeah. Oh, this one should be a little thicker though. There we go. You know what I think is throwing me off? Is because of how petite she is, she should actually have a lot less calf on inner calf right here. And I think that's what's throwing me off. That very, very thin femme frame. Because, like, most of the frames I draw are very rounded here, and then have a whatever. But also have a very big, like that. Yeah, like that's the typical type of leg I'm drawing, and what I'm supposed to be drawing right now is more pretty straight there, and then like this. X on that part, so... Alright, I think that's... Oh. There we go. And then there's probably actually an articulation point separating the front from the back of the leg, so... This is helping me with anatomy, because I'm realizing that... this part should be... Oh, that knee is wrong. Like, not end the world wrong, but... There! A little less than that one, but a little bit more than it was. Okay. Easy. Actually, I'm gonna do this on this layer just so it's separate. There. Her tattoo. She has a 0-1 tattoo because she's the very first one. And can't really forget that on when we're making her even more of a robot, can we? That'd be criminal. And we're gonna give the lace its own layer because the line art might be get a little silly here, so. Hey, Celestial. So good to see you. Thank you. I'm very happy with how it's coming out. I'm not quite happy with the last little lace bit I did, but we're gonna keep it and try again, just in case. Maybe I start with, I think it'll be easier if I lay these lace pieces out first. Ooh, I think the lace should be coming from the articulation. That is so gender, I think, actually. There we are. So good to have you. Oh, I'm so glad people are coming and hanging out. This has honestly been so much fun, and every time I see people just pop in, it just like makes my whole day lighten. So good to have you. So, the lace stuff is gonna... The layers are gonna be weird. What we're probably gonna end up honestly doing... What we're probably honestly gonna end up doing is... like, just masking them and then erasing the line art and then redrawing it, like, a bunch. Or something, coloring it, the line art, like... trying to make layers Uh, up here, there, here and there, and everywhere. This is definitely one aspect of this piece that would probably be better if I had more time. But we're gonna make do with what we got. I might go an extra a little bit. Or finish that part up in post, like I did with Grist. Alright. Oh, I just heard the power drill. It is construction. Again, apologies if you can hear it. And let me know so I can try and fix it. So I don't know exactly what could be done. Then we come back to the bots. I don't know what to do about that. Ooh, I do need to add in at least some musculature to define this, because I'm going to use that to represent her thigh highs. Adding in the extra inner curves made it a little too risque looking, I think. Because she's very, like, young, innocent look, and I don't want to make it look more than that. I'm sure people do, but I don't want to. I just don't feel like it. Ooh, dropping my pen. Cool. Yeah, alright. Wait, did I just draw that on lace? Well, at least it's an easy to section off piece and just cut and paste over. Where's Maestro to see this? I told everyone it was only a matter of time. Tisk tisk, edit, paste. Get rid of this. Merge its layer below. And then we're just gonna name this line. Okay, back to lace. Oh, wrong tool. That's a bit of a tangent. There we are. Nope, that one's way too high now. I have to erase the skirt and redraw it, because you don't... So when you're drawing, you want to avoid tangent lines. Ah, that's actually much closer. And a tangent line is just like if the meetup right here, right there is a tangent. There we are. Let's draw that hair, I think. And again, we're going to give the hair its own layer for the very simple fact that it's going to be kind of also fading in and out, partially out of existence. So, for the line art, that's a good point. Okay, we should actually draw even what's covered by hair because the hair is not going to be all there. So that was my bad. That was my oversight. Let's actually have this be actually portioned out, and then there we are. I'm gonna try and avoid doing my normal hair where it's like every single strand is drawn. One, because I don't have the time, and two, because her hair is going to be more a flat image superimposed upon the rest of the look. If I had more time, I'd be drawing like the hair like actually rising up at the ends like spirits more. But we'll see how much I do in post. I'm gonna probably have to break out and do a little bit of it in post just because I don't want to stay too long over time. Not that like anyone's checking, but I just also have roommates who are being nice and quiet for me so I can stream. As I get more of a soundproofing done, it'll be less of a problem, but streaming, like any other art, is an iterative process. Hopefully you get just a little bit better, a little bit more confident every time. You might encounter new problems, but you learn how to deal with those unique problems. Places to grow. That's actually a nice little compromise, I think. Why did I do that? Got distracted and I started coloring on the, or drawing on the wrong layer. Edit, cut, line, edit, paste, merge, layer below. Cool. Easily fixed. All right, I think I'm actually going to, instead of trying to come up with a whole entire bodice thing, I'm going to a drawing with a lot of parts? Yeah. I don't know if you caught it, but I was like talking about how colorless is not going into any one extreme and like being very neutral or whatever, and I came up with like 3 different things I wanted to reflect in this and decided to just do all of them because colorless philosophy, baby. Avoiding the tangents alongside the articulation points is very difficult. Hello, Demon Queen Raiju VT. Thank you for joining. Dropping my pen as I go. Whenever I go to like try and get the other side, because it's a pen on one side and eraser on the other, there's a 50-50. I'm gonna just drop the pen. It works. I pick it up the right way. Whoops. There we go. I like that bit a little bit more. Hello. Oh, that's such a cute little Mew. I'm a big fan of Mew. Ah! I don't know if that picked up even on... I don't have my camera view. You could probably not even see that. There we go. Yes. Thank you for joining. Oh, I wanna see... There. We're just about done with the line art. Believe it or not. And then I think I will do the coloring. Oh, thank you. I maybe like will lay down the flats here, but I think I'll do the shading. Not that there'll be much. I think I'll do the shading as a little wrap up. Thank you. I love this tattoo. It's my first and currently only, but I plan to get more. Tattoo. I wanted it for 6 years before I finally got it. There we are. Sorry, I'm getting really quiet because I'm like trying to pick it up a little. I am not the world's fastest artist. But never let that stop you from creating. Because just because I will never be the first one to do with something doesn't mean it won't still be loved. 2 cake theory, you know? Yeah, you may feel a little bad that you weren't the first one to bring cake to the potluck, but everyone else who's attending is just gonna be like, oh, hell yeah, 2 cakes! That philosophy shift was really the turning point of me being happy with my art. Because, you know, it's not uncommon. I used to be a pretty harsh critic of my art. And now I'm like, you know what, actually, my art is the best there's ever been. So is everyone else's. 2 things can be true. Thank you. I'm so happy people are coming in, even though I'm, you know, a little far along. I think there's still a lot to see, you know? Haven't even finished all the base line art, and then I'm gonna do some fun things. Alright, let's see. Oop, I'm fine with that hair being on that layer and then the rest of the hair being on a different layer. Actually, I'm probably even gonna do where the hair meets the skull on this layer, so that she doesn't possibly end up looking a little bald. I've been happily bald before, but I cannot imagine Miku. I actually just found the picture the other day of the first time I shaved my head, and it was such a funny moment because I'm a terrible person. I just like text my mother. I don't know. I had hair that was this long, right? I just text my mother, hey, remember when I used to have hair? And that woman, she is a saint. She just responds very even keel. Pictures? I said, I'm just like, you got a good head on your shoulders, kiddo. Yes. Okay, I gotta add in... You know what? Like that one creature. Where'd it go? Da da da. Aha! Um... Oh, Marthas. I could do... Spirit Fire for her... For her belt thang. I was saying I don't know what to do with it, but that's, a very clearly, you know, an obvious choice. Or, I guess I could do it, I guess I could just do something like Bismuth. Lean into the Coslic aspect a little. Because I'm gonna have the floaty mabobs, so it would be nice to tie in... Actually, I like it. That's a full piece there. More. Alright. I know what's... There we are. Oh. Actually. I should add in her headphones a little bit more visibly there. Nope, that headphone's way too far out. I'm gonna ignore them. They're there in spirit. In spirit. Trust. This is one of those things, like, if I spent hours on the pose on top of, like, a full detailed anatomy sketch, which I don't want to do on stream because Twitch is weird about, like, nudity, even just, like, drawing nudity sometimes, it would be a lot easier. I will define the lip with the color. I don't think she doesn't have, like, huge lips, so I don't want to define them too much. Oh, but I do want to define her headphone over here, at least. It can be covered up by the hair, but I want it to be there. She works for fast food service now. Not a fan of this line, so I'm just gonna make it more bangs. I always give characters way more hair than they necessarily have. It's an art style if you do it on purpose. There we are. And now I just need to draw in the belt loopy and the tie. I'm gonna bring up a picture of the art for that that creature. What is their name? Or Amarthus. See if I can get a little bit more of their flair visible. Oh, Marthus, Ghostfire Initiate. Images. Yeah, it looks like feathers. That checks out. That seems up Ugin's alley. Oh, this is so hard to avoid tangents down here. Sheesh. Okay, we're gonna make that feather short so that this one can cover the next bit. There we are. I think we're gonna make this a guideline and just add color there. I don't want hard line art there because it looks weird if I do. Let's also do Kozilek's. Well, yeah, this will be a planning layer because Kozilek's pieces are also going to just be color added, I believe. That's the best way to do it. There we go. My hair is getting in the way. It's how humid it is as the heat just swings from like low 50s to high 80s every other day. My hair has just been terrible to keep under control. I'm like, Mother Nature, can you like chill for, I don't know, just like let me get it through my stream, please. I like that. All right. Time for the tie. I don't know why I saved this for last. It was just the, like, most difficult piece, I think. For some reason. I don't know why it was. Like, the most difficult piece to make unique, I think, is the problem. That's better. There we go. Easy. I'm gonna add some glowing pieces there, because I can. And... I'm fine with this bit being a bit more flowy than her actual look usually is, because her, I'm gonna add glowing pieces, because I've gotta. I never actually drew lace I was happy with there, did I? Alright, we're gonna try again. We're gonna do it. We're gonna try again. There we are. Mostly. There we are. And then... And then this looks like a mess, but it's going to make a lot more sense as we start coloring in. Let's start coloring then. Why don't we? Alright, I'm going to take another progress pic. I'm having so much fun streaming, and I just want to share kind of what gets done. Alright. There we are. Yeah. Hair getting in the way again. And... then... I think I'm just gonna lay down some flats. I think I'll just lay down some flats and then call it for the stream, and then I'm gonna wrap up the coloring, do a little shading, add a little glow, and I'll post later tonight, maybe tomorrow morning if it's too late, because I need to get some food too and such. But yeah, let's lay down some of those flats really quick after making all this disappear. Oh, did I? Why did everything disappear? Did I seriously draw on the wrong layer? No. I just... Whew! Okay. Oh, I made her eye disappear. Let's not make everything disappear. Sheesh. There we are. Oh, now that it doesn't have some of the other line art protecting, I'm gonna add that in. That makes her cheek look a bit more full again. All right. Cool. Awesome. I'm so happy with this. For the other layers. Okay, before we do that, what I like to do is grab all of my line art layers. And we're gonna do everything but... Oh, we can just... line. How I like to do it is to grab everything, but we're not going to grab the lace pieces specifically. Maybe not even the hair either. We're just gonna grab those two, I think. And then you set them as reference, and that makes them special. And now, if I go into refer to other layers and make sure that it's set to reference, it will pay attention, which I think is neat. Alright, and then we're just gonna erase out. That was a nice little easy way to do a lot. We're just gonna erase out. I'm not set to there. Erase this out. And this is not necessarily the color I want. I just needed to grab something. It's close. Probably need a little bit more red. Not much though. I'm just gonna mask this, and now I have a folder of layers that I can not draw outside of that area. So let's start going ham. We'll clean it up in a second. We're just getting all the pieces we put down on the page. I like that. Oh, did I... I forgot to fix the neck. Listening to some flight records now, apparently. It checks out. Hatsune Miku literally means sound of the future, roughly. You know, it's fun, having fun with that. And then I think I'm gonna do the articulation points like that, a bright blue. Because she's colorless, but even colorless, gotta have fun. Maybe I'll do it white so it stands out, because her nails gotta be blue too. Yeah, I think. Let's just spend a bit more time and I'll come up with exactly how I want to do it. But the general, let's get like just the general look. And then I will call it for the day. But thank you everyone for coming and joining me on this. This was so much fun. Hope people enjoyed the little mini slideshow I did of like what non-artifact colorless creatures look like in Magic. Because I was not expecting y'all to pick colorless. I was like honestly expecting green or black to win. So colorless winning was a nice little surprise. Actually, I want that, continued on. I'll add in the line art shortly. I'll fix it up. This is just a rough go, because I'm going to fix the coloring shortly. I'm actually going to lean into that porcelain look, I think, and give her... And I think I'll do the articulation bright white. Oh, that's not white at all. Not next to that really pale blue. There we go. Like that. And I think I need to... Now that I'm putting down colors, I want to bring out that knee a little bit more. So I'll fix the line art up a little on that. That's a fun thing sometimes, you know, about art is you'll be 80% of the way through a picture and you'll be like, huh, nah, I want to do it differently, and you can just do that. It's harder with traditional. I'm mainly a traditional artist at heart, but still possible even. Alright, well, let's outline her hair really quick. And I think I'll call it. And I will share with y'all... Looking at the... Or how, the time, I probably will share in the morning, just so that I actually catch people and they see it. But I'll post this piece on Twitter tonight of this is what I got done on stream. I'm gonna color it up and post in the morning. Look forward to it, and hopefully people do. Oh, I gotta choose a color for the skirt. Probably gonna do... I actually want a mid-tone for it. Maybe give her a blue skirt. I can do what I want. And I want to thank the Relaxed Movement on YouTube for making this playlist. They have like a million playlists that are just royalty free for streamers to use, and it is such a relief to be able to just look up any art style and they got something, you know. Um, Such a relief for streamers. Have not been disappointed in their selection so far. And they're open to suggestions. So even if I ever found like, oh, I wish this existed, they seem to be really interactive with their audience, which is nice. But yeah, I always like to give credit where credit is due. DCMA safe music is so clutch. Real. Although it was like really heart-stopping the first time I put, because I put these all up on YouTube, and I will be doing that going forward too. But it was like heart-stopping the first time I did, because a claim came up immediately. I'm like, oh no, they said it was royalty-free, and then they're like, but it's free to use. You're fine. We just thought we should let you know. We do see what you're doing. I'm like, oh, that's fine. Okay, good. Oh, you scared me there. All right. One pigtail down. More or less. Oh, what did I do? Only to editing layer. Oh, I must have not closed, I missed a whole entire section. That's what I did. Okay. Da-da. Okay. All right. Ooh, that's not what I wanted to do. Put that back. Easy. What? Oh. Wrong layer. Gonna flip it so it's easier on the wrist. It's easier to go with the wrist on it. Don't, if you can at all help it, like turn the paper around. Even if you're working traditional, just like spin it so that you can do a curve with your wrist. It's gonna be so much easier. It's gonna take you so much less time, be less of a headache. She ended up more robot than I expected, and I'm happy with that. I love robots. Hi, Soren. I love Miku too. Canon here. Soren Markov loves Hatsune Miku. I mean, it makes sense, because, like, Soren's the biggest, Minecraft player I know. Alright. We're going a lot of bit over, so I think I'm gonna wrap it up after just doing this, and the lace will wait for the finished piece. Actually, I can probably just outline it in the light blue at least. And this is gonna be a little sloppy, but I just want to wrap this up so I can let my roommates get back to normal. They said it's no worry, but you know, I hate impositioning people. So. Oh, thank you, Alkaline Owl. So good to see you. I'm sure some people were hoping she would be completed with an A, become more artifact, but I am very happy with the route I went. Where? I cannot tell where the break is. It's up here, because this looks like the same color, but it's not actually on the same line. There we are. What? No. Whatever. Nope, that looks really bad. Okay, come on. Work with me here. Does anyone else see? I cannot see where it's breaking. That is so annoying. I guess I will just manually do it. It'll be cleaned up when I actually take the time to look at everything anyways. Yep. Alright. Let's throw that lace on really, really quick. We're gonna make it more ghostly. All right. And I never colored in that skirt. We're gonna just throw black on it for now. I'm gonna decide something better in the outro or the finished piece. For right now, I want to wrap this up. So we're just gonna Fitzugin's magic. Oh, yeah, isn't it? It was so like the second I realized that was what was winning, I was like, I gotta tie that in because one, it's like the biggest section, spirits as like the biggest section of non-artifact colorless in Magic. If you, I mean, if you don't count Devoid, that's not Eldrazi. And I know I keep on adding clarification pieces, and that's just simply because I was indecisive and I wanted to include everything. I don't know. Don't at me. Okay, set this to very low. It's gonna build on itself, is the idea. There we are. Color in that skirt black, and we are calling it good for now. Oh, I got it. She's gotta have blue nails. Ah! Cool. And saved. Time on the clock. We're ending it there. Thank you so much. Miku, of course. Yes, you're so right, a celestial body. Alright, sorry I went a little over. I was just having too much fun. I love Miku. Y'all have a good one. Thank you so much for swinging by.